Today we're going to be covering lesson 14-1, function notation and rate of change. We will split this lesson into 3 separate sections. We will cover questions 1 and 2, questions 3 and 4, and then we will finally cover questions 5 through 8 to wrap up the lesson. So let's go ahead and get started. It says, Miriam has accepted a job at a veterinarian's office. Her first assignment is to feed the dogs that are housed there. The bag of dog food was already torn open, and she found only part of the label that described the amount of dog food to feed each dog. A dog that barcode dog food feeding chart. The weight of the dog in pounds and the daily amount of barcode in ounces. For a 3-pound dog, you feed it 3 ounces of food. For a 12-pound dog, you feed it 12 ounces of food. And for a 20-pound dog, you feed it 20 ounces of food. Each dog has an information card that gives the dog's name and weight. Use this information. Miriam fed each dog the amount of food she thought was appropriate. How many ounces of dog food per day do you think Miriam gave each dog? And complete the table below. We have Muffy, who's 4 pounds. How much food do you think she gave that dog? Yeah, I agree. She probably gave the dog 4 ounces. Trixie, who's 14 pounds. How much do you think she gave Trixie? 14 ounces of food. Rags, who's 6 pounds, probably got 6 ounces of food. Hercules, who's 68 pounds, she probably gave that dog 68 ounces of food. Based on the dog's weight and the partial label at the top of the page, write a verbal rule for Miriam that Miriam could use to determine the ounces of dog food per day to feed each dog. Well, the dog probably got fed the same amount of the number of ounces that the dog, however many pounds the dog weighs, that's how many ounces they probably got of food, right? So the dog's weight in pounds is equal to the dog's is equal to the amount of ounces of food. Could this verbal rule be represented with function notation? Why or why not? Now remember, function notation means we have one input for every output. Yes, each input would have only one output. On to the next set of questions.